Alright guys, Wonder Weasel back here this evening in Cades Cove, and we are out around the midway point where the rest areas and stuff is, and the visitor center here in Cades Cove at what they call the Cable Mill area. I'm going to take you down here and show you around some of the places here and just tell you what the buildings are. Come along with us to the Cable Mill area here in Cades Cove. Alright guys, here in Cades Cove today at the Cable Mill area, an early mountain community. In the early 1900s, family farms covered the valley. Self-sufficiently was the rule in those days, but most people made use of the mill, the country store, and the blacksmith shop. The buildings assembled here represent part of the typical mountain community. Cable Mill is the only building on the original site. The National Park Service constructed the blacksmith shop. The house, Cantilever Barn, and outbuildings were moved here from other sites within the park. Alright guys, this building as you see in front of me, that used to be the blacksmith shop down here in the Cable Mill area. It's actually closed up right now. I can't show you actually the inside. Sometimes they have it open during the daytime. So if you're ever here in the daytime, most likely you'll be able to see it. It's late enough in the evening we're not being able to see inside. Oh, looks like they got one of the hog cages right beside of it to catch the wild hogs they have in the park. Alright guys, we've got the Cantilever Barn here and the Cable Mill area of Cades Cove. Just bring you by and show you that a little bit. We'll walk over to it a little and walk around it. Got an old hay, it's a hay cutting machine. Yeah, it's got the cutter on it. It's pulled by a team of mules or horses. Up in the top of the barn, guys. Right here is your rake. Got your hay rake and then your plows. Got an old buggy in there. Yeah. Got an old wheelbarrow in it. And then you got the back side of the Cantilever Barn, guys, right here. This thing is pretty big. This thing was hand constructed at one point in time right here. Back in them days, that took a lot of work. Imagine trying to get up and do that roof without no actual ladders like they have today. It had to have a handmade wooden ladder to done that. Alright guys, we're going to continue on. Alright guys, you can see this stream coming down through here. It has been routed out of the creek for the water to feed down to a mill race right here that feeds the cable mill. All that's been hand constructed and such back in the day, and you can see those things in the top where I guess they would slow the water down. They had like dividers and such in it to slow the water flow down to the mill or shut it off so they didn't have so much coming in when they didn't need it. So we will go on down and show you the cable mill. Alright guys, you can see the mill race coming down, and I was telling you about those things that they had, the across the top of it to stop the water flow, to slow it down or completely stop it or increase it. As you can see, one of them right here, and they've got an area where it can dump out the side to try to back off some of the flow down into the creek. And then they got a small flow going on down to the mill, so they don't have more, they can control their flow by doing that, guys. And there is some old millstones right here. As you can see them. Got one here that's completely deteriorated, and you got some newer ones right down here. And we'll go right over here to the mill just in a moment. Alright, guys, and there is your cable mill. I think we can go over and go inside of it. I'll go check on that just in a minute, but you can see the water coming off the mill race to the water wheel. That's pretty wild. I actually thought it might be turning. Alright, guys, we're going to go over here to it. Alright, guys, we're going to go across the little bridge here to the cable mill for a moment. I'll bring you across, show you the actual wheel at a different angle, and a different angle on the mill race where the water's coming down to the water mill. We actually can't go in to, yeah, they've got it locked. Alright, guys, the John P. Cable grist mill was constructed in 1870. Along with the grist mill, he also had a sawmill, both powered by the same water wheel. And that gives you a little bit of information on the cable mill right here, guys. In Cades Cove, I just showed you all of that and everything about it, and then give you the information a little bit on it, a little history. And now we will continue on over to the house in the cable mill area. Alright, guys, just outside of the house in the cable mill area, you got your smokehouse, which looks like they've been doing a little bit of construction on it. We're going to try to lean down in here and look inside. Kinda odd, but that was a common thing back in those days. Yep, that is a smokehouse, guys. Alright, guys, I just wanted to point out they had a sorghum mill also down here at the cable mill area. It's right there. We've actually seen them do that here when we've been here before, different times of the year.
Usually fall.
Yeah, usually fall time. So, guys, we're standing here next to the house at the cable mill area, and we'll turn around here with the camera and show you that. Alright, guys, here is the house at the cable mill area in Cades Cove. We're going to go over and wander through this, and I'll tell you a little bit on it that we know. A lot of old houses like this, guys, in the national park area. Ooh, that porch is a little creaky. Come into the house here. The house, also known as Becky Cable House, Lesson Gregg purchased land from John P. Cable and built this house in 1876 with lumber from the cable mill. It is believed to be the first all-frame house in the cove, originally located south of its present location on the Forge Creek Road. It was first used as a store and later as a residence and boarding house. This room and the room to the right are both original to the building when it was used as a store. The room to the left, the 3 rooms upstairs, and the kitchen and porch were added when it became a residence. The house never had indoor plumbing, and heat was generated from the fireplace. So guys, there's your little information on the cable mill house here in Cades Cove. We're going to wander on through it and show you the rest of it. As you can see, the area probably where the kitchen area was, fireplace and the buck stove and such, the cook stove. That's what heated the place, guys. We'll come on out to the back porch little area and show you another little room on it. Oh, there's more history in this room, guys. It's on the far left side of it. Aunt Becky, Rebecca Cable, better known as Aunt Becky to the Cove community, was born on December 7th, 1844 in Carter County, Tennessee. One of the 9 children. She moved with her family to Cades Cove in 1868. She bought this house in 1887 with her brother Dan and lived here until her death of 1940. Never married, she owned over 600 acres in the cove and kept busy spinning, weaving, knitting, farming, tending store, taking in family boarders, and caring for her brother's children after he became ill. Aunt Becky was buried in Cable Cemetery beneath the bed of flowers. Rebecca Cable, December 7th, 1844, December 19th of 1940. Farewell until we meet again. Alright guys, we're back on the front porch here of the cable house at the cable mill area. We're going to walk over to the far right side of it and go in that little room and check it out. I don't know that we can go up in the loft upstairs there. We will check that. I'm assuming this was another bedroom area because there's nothing here. Nothing in that room. Pretty cool though. Let's go over here just a moment. Let me get my flashlight out so I can try to show you the loft area upstairs. I don't know that we can, but we're going to try. Actually I can't get to it, unfortunately. They've tore the stairs out to go up to it, but you could have went up right here. As you can see, you could have went through right there, went up, went in the upstairs. They've closed it off now. It is no longer accessible. Guys, I just wanted to show you the end of the cable house here. And the chimney, you can tell it's old and been handmade for sure by the rocks and the mud, cement. Pretty wild. A lot of construction of these things back in the day. Well, let's walk on down the back. There's a few buildings down behind it, and we'll show you them. Okay guys, down behind the house you have a corn crib and such here, and also another Cantilever Barn all the way down to the back. So I'll zoom in on that and show you yet. Alright guys. Oh, also right at the back end of the corn crib is another old wagon that was pulled by horses or mules. Got the old fence line and such out of the wood. It's been handmade. So pretty neat, guys. They're actually doing new shingles on the corn crib. Oh, you got another old chimney on the back of the house. I didn't even see that. I apologize. There you go, guys. I just wanted to get you a little bit closer to that other big chimney on the cable house, guys, just to give you a little bit more reference to it. It's a lot bigger than the other. It's not as tall as the other one, but it's a lot wider because, like I said, that was the kitchen area for the house. Pretty good size house. Actually, that's a big house. Pretty neat. Alright guys, this is going to conclude the cable mill area in Cades Cove. I'm going to take you back out to the cable mill real quick and leave you there. Alright guys, I told you I was going to leave you at the cable mill. I brought you through the cable mill area here at Cades Cove and showed you all of it and told you a little bit about it. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us today. Thank you for coming along with us today. If you like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Ring that notification bell to keep your notifications rolling. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so far. If you're new here, we upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 8 a.m. they go live. Guys, as I keep saying, we'll keep on shooting them. Y'all keep on watching. And this is the Wonder Weasel signing off from the cable area in Cades Cove, Smoky Mountain National Park.